Hi friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And what I have for you today is another installment of movies that need a physical media upgrade. And maybe this is our year, maybe 2024 is our year for some of these titles. Now, I have a mix, I have Blu-rays and DVDs, and some of these are titles that have shown up in the comments, so they're community picks. And then these are other ones that I just pulled out that I've had in a stack to talk to you guys about for a little bit. So I try to work them into each segment. And I'm just going to get right into it with the first one. I have talked about this movie before just because I love it and I think it's such a great movie. And I was so disappointed when I rewatched it. I guess it was over the summer last year. And I realized that the Blu-ray transfer is just so bad. Now I have heard rumors that we're getting a 4K transfer, a 4K upgrade for this one in April. So maybe they're going to clean up the Blu-ray as well. And that is Tom Cruise in Born on the 4th of July, based on true events. And it is, he plays Ron Kovic. This is an Oliver Stone film, so it's based on the life of Ron Kovic. And I just think this is an amazing movie, and it's such a shame that the Blu-ray is just, it's not a good Blu-ray. It's not a good transfer. And I'm so happy if it does come to fruition and we do see an upgrade in April. I hope not only do we get a 4K, but we get a cleaned up Blu-ray, because not everybody's on the 4K platform, and that's just fine. So it would just be nice to see a really cleaned up Blu-ray of this, and I'm really happy to hear some rumors and a potential date for that release. Now, this is one that has shown up over and over and over in the comments section, and I hear you guys and I agree with you. And this is a 3-pack of, I guess, disaster films, but the first one you guys constantly keep mentioning is Twister. Now, this one contains Twister, Poseidon, and The Perfect Storm, and I am so with you with Twister. Now, I've heard rumors about the possibility of Twister going to 4K this year. I don't know. I haven't seen a date. I haven't even seen a month yet, but I don't know. Maybe it'll happen this year. Maybe it's just hasn't gotten to my email yet. I don't know. But also Perfect Storm. I think Perfect Storm would be a great 4K upgrade. And any kind of disaster film. I haven't seen Poseidon in a while. I'd have to go back and revisit it and see what the transfer looks like. But I think either one of Twister or The Perfect Storm would look great with a 4K upgrade and a cleaned up Blu-ray. So I'm with you, and I saw this over and over and over again in the comments on several videos. So here it is, guys, Twister, and I will definitely keep you posted if I get any kind of a date or a projected date for that upgrade. Now, this one, I love this movie, and it's completely out of print, and we just need it brought back into print. There's nothing wrong with the Blu-ray. If they want to give us an upgrade, that would be great, but this is a film with starring Billy Bob Thornton, and it is Sling Blade. And this won 2 Academy Award nominations, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Billy Bob Thornton, I guess he was up for Best Actor. Now, I don't know if he won for Best Actor, but anyway, this is a fantastic film, and there is no reason this should be out of print. This should be easily accessible for everyone who wants to watch it. This is a fantastic movie about an adult. Billy Bob Thornton plays an adult man who is a special needs guy, and he kind of he befriends this young kid, and they just kind of look out for each other. And I don't want to say too much, because if you haven't seen this movie, you're so missing out on a fantastic, fantastic movie. So please, just bring this back into print. If you want to give us an upgrade, we'll always take it. But just a nice new Blu-ray, and I think this has quite a few bonus features on it, but you know what? Just put it back in print. It's not accessible to people, and that's not right. So Sling Blade is a pick that I had. Now, this one is a film that I think is so nostalgic for so many people, and I would love to see it get an upgraded edition, maybe a chunky box set with some special features, maybe a booklet on the making of, more than what's available on this Blu-ray, because I think it's a movie that can be enjoyed for generations. It's a family-friendly film, and I think parents can share it with their kids, and it would be nice to have it in the best possible way. And that is The Sandlot. Now, this is the 20th anniversary Blu-ray. Nothing wrong with this Blu-ray, but I just feel like this is a film that is going to age well. It has aged well, and I think it's something fun that families can do together, and it would be a nice thing to pass down to future generations and just have it be as nostalgic to them as it has been to us and people before us. But I think this is a fantastic movie, and it's a lot of fun, and I think it deserves an upgrade. There would be nothing wrong with a little bit better upgrade. Say like a 4K set maybe from Arrow or something. I mean, they did Mallrats. Why not do The Sandlot, right? So I think this would be a great candidate for an upgrade, just because it would be something that I think people would really love to have out as a nice display piece, and it would be really cool for kids to get it handed down to them from their parents. So The Sandlot is my next pick. Now we're going to get into some DVDs. And this first one is based on true events. It's based on a true story. It stars Morgan Freeman. It is a true story of high school principal Joe Clark, who armed himself with a bullhorn and a Louisville Slugger in East Side High in Paterson, New Jersey. So it took place right in New Jersey, where I live. And it happened in the 1980s, and East Side High was just a mess. And they called him in because they knew he was the man to get this school together. And this is such an amazing movie. It's so inspirational, and it is available on the DVD. There's nothing wrong with DVD, but this deserves at least a Blu-ray upgrade and some special features. I mean, there's basically nothing on this in forms of special features. I would love to know more about Joe Clark. I would love to hear from students that he impacted, because he really cared about these kids that he was working with in this high school. He taught them to care about themselves. He knew all about them. He got involved in their lives, and he was really an inspiration to this school, to the town, and to the kids. And I would love to see a really beautiful release for this, because it is so deserving. And another film that you guys mentioned along the same vein is called Stand and Deliver, and that stars Lou Diamond Phillips. And I have that somewhere. I think I may have loaned it to my parents because they wanted to see it. But that's another one that you guys mentioned, and I agree. The two together would be amazing if we had like a little mini box set, and they're both such inspirational, amazing stories. And Lean on Me and Stand by Deliver, both winners, both deserving of better than what they have right now. And this is one that I have loved this for years. I love HBO original content, and I recently rewatched it, and I realized the DVD, it's only available on DVD, and the DVD transfer is not that great. It's called Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. And this takes place right after the defeat of Custer at Little Bighorn, and we see how the American government was trying to take the Native Americans and try to kind of put them on these reservations and limit what they could do, limit what they could have, as the United States was trying to push themselves west. And a lot of this takes place in the Black Hills area. So what I did is I bought the book. This is the source material. It is called Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. It's a book by Dee Brown. So I am reading the book because I want to know how faithful this adaptation for HBO is to the book. Because I've heard that this is about 90 to 95% faithful to the source material. So far, what I've read in the source material, the things that they seem to have left out are the very, very graphic things that Custer and his men did to the Native Americans when they were fighting with them. And I understand why they left them out, and I'm sure they took some creative liberties just to make this sellable for HBO. But this is the book. It came in like a book style set where you have the DVD and then you have the special features. The sad thing is the special features are nothing to write home about. I mean, you have a couple special features and they're like 3 or 4 minutes long. You're basing it on an over 500 page book that's the source material. I am sure there is so much they could do in the way of special features. I would love to see a box set of this, even if it was a new cleanup, Blu-ray, 4K, a special features disc, and then maybe even the book, or even an abridged version of the book. But just do something, because this is such an important story, and this is a story that everyone should know. These are the stories that we have to know and that we have to learn about. And I think a lot of people are going to go for the movie before maybe they'll grab the book. I don't know. If we're movie watchers, maybe we're going to watch the movie. But if you haven't seen this, I highly, highly recommend it. It is streaming on Max right now, so if you don't want to pick up the DVD is still available, but not in this nice book style. It's just a regular keep case. But either way, watch it and maybe pick it up if you can, because maybe the more of us who pick it up and buy it, maybe they'll see there's an interest, and hopefully this will get a Blu-ray. If not, the 4K would look amazing because it takes place outside, and just if the Black Hills area is just so beautiful. So it would be really great to see this given a proper release. And I will keep you updated as far as how it goes with the book and how true it stays to the source material. I will let you know. Now, this is one that was recommended in the community, the comment section. It was a community comment, and I agree. This is such a great film. I don't know how I forgot about it, but it's a Hughes Brothers film, and it is called The Dead Presidents, or just Dead Presidents. This is a fantastic film. It's about a Vietnam vet who comes home, and we all know how the vets are treated, and he takes to the streets and tries to get some other people to help him, and they start to rob banks to try to make ends meet and to just to survive. And this is an amazing, amazing film, and it deserves so much better than a DVD that's just been basically forgotten. I'm not even sure. I think this is still in print. I didn't check, but this is so good. If you have not seen Dead Presidents, please, please, please put it high on your list, because it's excellent, and it definitely deserves better than sitting on a Blu-ray that nobody, or a DVD that no one even talks about. And this is another one. It stars Judi Dench and Cate Blanchett, and you figure with that cast right there that this would be worthy of an upgrade, but it's called Notes on a Scandal. This is a really cool thriller, and the two gals, these ladies work in a school, and Judi Dench is kind of this lonely older woman who's very, very strict with her class, and she's obsessed with teaching and controlling her environment. And Cate Blanchett comes in to work at the school, and she's kind of loose and easy and free and a little more relaxed, and you know, she's younger, and the two form a friendship. And what happens is Cate Blanchett starts to do some things that Judi Dench decides are very unethical, and she's not wrong in that, but she kind of starts to blackmail her, but in a really obsessive way. She's doing it for her own reasons, but this is a fantastic, fantastic movie. If you like those kind of thrillers, you're going to love this one. And I love Judi Dench and Cate Blanchett, so the two together I thought were really fantastic. And this one deserves at least a Blu-ray release. Come on, Kino could do it. Give us a Blu-ray release. Now this next one, this is a great true crime movie. I don't know how much of it, I don't know how true it is to the real story and how much of it is creative liberties that are always taken to sell a movie, but I know that there are parts of it that are true, and this is a really fantastic movie that it is even difficult to find on DVD, and it stars Omar Epps and LL Cool J, Stanley Tucci, and Pam Grier, and it's called In Too Deep. And Omar Epps plays a rookie cop who gets out of the academy, and he is sent undercover to investigate LL Cool J, who he goes by the name God, and he's involved in all kinds of like organized crime and drugs and all kinds of stuff. And Omar Epps gets he gets in too deep. He gets in too deep with his undercover, and he has a really, really hard time about separating his job from his involvement with LL Cool J. And this is just such a great movie, and I always wondered, why doesn't this have a Blu-ray release? It needs some kind of upgraded release, because it is so, so good. It deserves better than just sitting on a Blu-ray that I don't even know if it's still in print, but this one definitely, definitely, definitely deserves to be in print, on a Blu-ray, cleaned up, give us some special features, tell us about the real story, and it needs the whole shebang. So In Too Deep is an excellent film. If you can find it somewhere, definitely watch it. Now this one I believe is still in print. This is another one. It's kind of a biopic. It is based on the life of rodeo star Lane Frost. And it's called 8 Seconds, and it's played by Luke Perry, and I think this is a really good sports movie. I love bull riding. Big secret here. Hot take today. I love bull riding. I love to see rodeos and all that kind of stuff, and I've been to them up in Connecticut. They have like casinos up there where they have a big arena, and they did some bull riding contests up there. It is so exciting to go to these things, and Lane Frost was a bull rider, and Luke Perry plays him, and he does such a fantastic job. And considering we've lost Luke Perry, and this is a great biopic, I think this deserves a stellar release. Come on, let's get 8 Seconds on the map. I never even hear anyone talk about this, and it is such a great story about a really cool guy, and Luke Perry does a really fantastic job. So come on, at least give us a Blu-ray release. This one deserves it. And then this one I recently watched. It stars Liam Neeson and Laura Linney, and it is another one. It's a biopic about, I believe his first name is, Alfred Kinsey, and the movie is called Kinsey. And Alfred Kinsey was a doctor. He was, I believe he was like a PhD, if I'm not mistaken. But he was the first person back in like the 1940s. It took place in like the 1940s. He was the first person to start doing studies on human sexuality, because what he found out is like people knew nothing about sex. Nobody talked about it. Nobody knew what was going on. People were coming to him for help. They were coming to him asking him questions that he thought, you know, these people need to know about this stuff. So he did it was the first really comprehensive study on human sexuality, and that was just a no-no at this time. But this is a really amazing story about a really amazing person, and you wouldn't think that that would be such a big deal today, where, I mean, sex is everywhere, but back then, this was a huge deal, and this is a fantastic movie, and Liam Neeson and Laura Linney are fantastic in this. It is so, so good. If you have not seen Kinsey, please put it on your list to see, but I would love to see this. This would be another one. I think this would be great on Kino. I think they could do a great job with it. I think they could do a Blu-ray. They could do a 4K. They do a beautiful job with 4Ks. We need special features. I mean, there are some special features. There's a full-length audio. There's audio commentary. It says the Kinsey Report, sex on film, 20 deleted scenes, gag reel. I mean, it's limited with special features. So we need a lot of special features. We want to know about him, about his study, and we want to know more about what he did, because he contributed a lot to the health and well-being of the American public. So I think this one is well deserving of an upgraded release. And now my last thing is, I have a box set here. Now this is the Bette Davis Collection Volume 2. I told you before, I am working on a retrospective of Bette Davis and Joan Crawford. I'm going to do them together but separate. And what I'm finding is they do have a lot of films on Blu-ray, but a lot of them are just on DVD here. And this is a box set that I bought. And the reason I bought it mainly was because I wanted this. It's called Stardust, the Bette Davis story. And this is a documentary about Bette Davis, her life, her career, her marriages, her relationship with her children, her love for the New England area where she grew up. And there are some secrets revealed in this one that you're not gonna hear anywhere else. But this is only available with this box set. You can't buy this as a standalone, which is just a crime. I think this alone should have a Blu-ray release or some way for people to get it without spending the money on the box set, because the box set was crazy expensive and it's all DVDs. The other thing is, it comes with The Man Who Came to Dinner, which is a fantastic film, Jezebel, which I just watched on Blu-ray. Jezebel has a Blu-ray release, and Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, we all know, has a Blu-ray release. Old Acquaintance and Marked Woman. So those are the films that are in this set. I would love to see Kino Lorber do one of their sets, because they take classic actors and actresses and they do sets, Blu-ray, beautiful Blu-ray sets all the time. I would love to see them do a beautiful set for both Bette Davis and Joan Crawford, and just give us some movies that are not currently on Blu-ray, give us Blu-ray releases, and also I would like to see Stardust, the Bette Davis story, have a standalone release, because so many times movies get involved in these sets. Like take Taxi Driver, for example. It got a 4K release in one of the Columbia Classic sets, but it's never gotten a standalone release. Maybe we don't want to buy the whole set. Maybe we just want that one movie, but they never give it a standalone release. So I think we have to start concentrating on some standalone releases. But in the meantime, I would like to see both Bette Davis and Joan Crawford get some sort of maybe a Kino Blu-ray set of some of their best movies that aren't already on Blu-ray. So those are my picks for this this segment of this round of what we're doing here, and I want to thank you all for watching. You know I appreciate it. If you have any suggestions, always in the comments, let me know the titles and the movies that you think need physical media upgrades. So we're going to continue with this because you guys seem to enjoy it, and we get a lot of great ideas from the comment section. If you enjoy content like this and collection updates, top 10 lists, hauls, movie recommendations, reviews, we do everything physical media here. Consider subscribing and hit the bell notification so you know when I upload again. I know I didn't post my schedule yet. I was feeling a little under the weather, so I'm going to post my schedule for the rest of the week, maybe into next week, over on the community tab, so keep an eye out for that. And that's going to do it for me today. So I will be back probably, I would guess, Thursday with another video for you guys. So that's going to do it for me today. And I'm going to take these little girls outside and we're going to go play in the snow. So that's going to do it for me now. So for now, that's a wrap.